I, this morning, woke up in a daze, had a cup of coffee, and got to work on this play that I have been struggling to write for the last 4 or 5 days. And I think I'm finally on a good path to making some progress, which is so good and such a relief. I was asked to bring a piece of performance to 500 Capp Street, aka the David Ireland house, and I was so excited by the ask, and I was like immediately yes, even though I knew the time was very brief, like it's only 2 weeks until then, and I needed to write a new play, or I wanted to write a new play. But the day prior, I had been watching this Art 21 video of Taube Auerbach, who made this incredible 2-person organ. You should look it up. It's called Hourglass, and it's basically like an organ for 2 players. They sit and face each other, and they each have to pump air for the other person, and then they each only have half of the keys, but it's like they have every other key rather than just having like half and half. It's a very interesting thing, but she describes it as just barely not impossible, which I really loved. And I feel like so often I am doing work that I feel like is abundantly possible. Like I'm doing stuff where I'm like, oh yeah, I can easily do that. But when it gets to the edge of not possible, I start to really shy away. And with this, I felt like it was a good challenge to work to that standard of just barely not impossible, of like really pushing to where that is and seeing what comes from that boundary, rather than just like comfortably existing in something that I know I can do. I know I can write for theatrical use. I've done it before. But this is actually the first time that I'm writing something for multiple characters moving around in a space. And yeah, it's just a bit different to the stuff that I've written before. So, and with the time constraint and like needing to basically like cast it as I'm writing it, I felt like this was a good opportunity to push my limits. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm so happy to be like starting the day feeling like I've made progress rather than feeling like I have this thing hanging over my head, which is how I felt for the last 4 days. I feel like this time around it has been so challenging, partially because I have a very hard deadline, and I also have a pretty, I don't know, like all of the chatter in my mind of the actual feasibility of what I'm writing has been very loud, because I know that I have very limited time. It's going to be hard to cast people for such a limited time, and I just feel like I have really limited resources in terms of like effects or sound or what have you. But I think, fingers crossed, I feel like I've crossed the threshold from the impossible to the possible. And one of the things that I feel like has helped me feel like this is gonna be okay and that what I've written is not a complete pile of bullshit is that I sent out like the very first extremely rough pass of the draft to one of the people that I'm casting, and for them to do like a self-tape so that I could get a sense of how they read and stuff like that. And I got the self-tape back yesterday evening, and it just like always is so energizing and so fun to see people reading the work. And yeah, it just like breathes so much life into it and makes me feel like it's possible, or that like what I've written can work, that it's not like the worst thing ever, which is kind of how I was feeling before. So huzzah. That's my update. Now I'm gonna go do some meetings for work, and then yeah, see where the day takes me. My mom and I are going out for lunch to celebrate because she just got some good news and I've got good news. The play is going well. I'm having ideas. Thank God for days like this. I also pulled the copy of the Crucible off of the bookshelf. And it is the copy that apparently I read and annotated in high school with all my sticky notes. Or maybe these are actually my sister's sticky notes because she also used this. Oh, it's also falling apart. The cover's literally like taped on. But so fun to read the beginning of this, and I feel like this tonally is like very in line with what I'm writing, which is so fun. I did have a cup of coffee this morning, which I think is at this moment contributing to my energy and good mood. It may also later in the day contribute to me feeling like an insane person, but for the moment we are moving, things are good, I'm excited, and I'm really hungry, so I'm hoping to go have some yummy pizza. Okay, bis später. Say hi.
Wait, I have to fix my hair. Okay. Hi. Marble up at the top, it's really good. Their stuff is really good.
We had a very interesting lunch thanks to a very adventurous squirrel. Now we're going to the nursery for a moment for a little stroll. Wow, is it anise? Mm-hmm. Look at this, it's like a big bouncy ball. Take a left. Crickets.
Mm-hmm. Lunch with Chameleon. Chameleon's on the other side.
What? Gathering is just as very much time to rest. Gathering is just a fine between.
Yeah, they're literally working on it. Fall decorating.
Okay, I got some things from the nursery store. Yay! I got this little bud vase. See, you can see how little it is. It's for my friend Graham's birthday. He's 34 years old now, so he's an old man, which means he's gonna enjoy bud vase. And then I also got this very cute little pouch for Graham, which in my mind says bee gives you money, but I think it actually says bee gives you honey. But I might amend it so that it actually says bee gives you money, because I thought that's funny and Graham will like it. And it's made by Hmong women. And then I was looking through their big bowl of Hmong women made pouches, and I found this one, which I thought was also very cute, which is a frog is relaxing on a leaf. I don't know who this is for yet, maybe for me or maybe for somebody, but I thought I should acquire it. So that's what I got from the museum. Nope, that's what I got from the nursery store. Anything to add? Oh, sorry, I'm just talking to the ghost that's in the car with me. Ghost says hello. Hello, we are home. I I'm gonna go take a little lie down because I'm sleepy after eating pizza. Normal. And then I'm going to read a bit of the Crucible and return to work on my play. That's the plan. I had a nap. Now I'm listening to Felicia Atkinson live at Ambient Church NYC. I'm reading The Crucible, and I'm gearing up to finish my script. One thing that's really interesting about this script, or the way that it's published here, but I'm not sure. I'm curious about how this would have appeared to the originating cast, but there are these big, like, interludes occasionally on characters. So this is like, you know, we've just had like a full scene, and then there's just like this, not even like an italicized interlude. A word about Thomas Putnam. He was a man with many grievances, at least one which appears justified. Some time before, his wife's brother-in-law, James Bailey, had been turned down as minister of Salem. It goes into this whole, like, expository breakout section about a character, and then just drops back down into the scene. Putnam, at the moment he is intent upon getting Paris, for whom he has only contempt to move towards the abyss. Mr. Paris, I have taken your part in all contention here, and I would continue, but I cannot if you hold back in this. There are hurtful, vengeful spirits laying hands on these children. But Thomas, you cannot. Anne, tell Mr. Paris what you have done. Reverend Paris, I have laid 7 babies unbaptized in the earth. Believe me, sir, you never saw more hearty babies born, and yet each would wither in my arms the very night of their birth. I have spoke nothing, but my heart has clamoured intimations. And now this year, my Ruth, my only, I see her turning strange, a secret child she has become this year, and shrivels like a sucking mouth. We're pulling on her life too, and so I thought to send her to your Tituba. To Tituba? What may Tituba? Tituba knows how to speak to the dead, Mr. Paris. So good. From the top, music is heard from up the stairs, played in a minor key, accordion or trumpet or something of the like. 2 brothers, Thomas and Matti, live with their mother, Ilona. It is a dark night in October, and they are expecting visitors. When the guests arrive, Thomas has been waiting for a quarter of an hour. He sits on a step, looking a bit dejected. Standing up, resting against the stairs, looking bored. We were expecting you at past. But no matter, the house doesn't know any different. Are you ready to meet Mother, then? Well, are you coming? Matti! Up here! Watch your step. The house is breathing again. Is it? Do you think they can tell? Look there, do you see it? In and out. In and out. In and out. See, you can hear it, can't you? Hear that? The horse cart's taking bodies to the churchyard. You know, they're saying the flu is quite bad this year. In fact... Mother, the guests are here. And the spirits of the house, they're all here too. And the hunter, I'm sure he's lurking somewhere. Perhaps he's still digging under the stairs. Right now. Oh, I was gonna just say one more thing, which is that at the beginning of this video, I was listening in the background to John Cage's sonatas for prepared piano, and they're really good, and I highly recommend you give that a listen if you've never listened to it before. It's an extremely good mood setting if you're writing something spooky, or if you're just trying to get in like a, spooky mood. Okay, for real this time. It's 8:04 p.m. and I believe the play is done. I mean, it's not done. Like, I do definitely still need to edit it, and I need to kind of weave in some more breaks into the dialogue in the last third. But for all intents and purposes, the arc is there, the story's there, it's done. And I have sent it to the people who are putting on the event. I've sent it to 2 of my actors. I need to send it to 1 more. I've read it through, so I'm feeling good and relieved, and just, I think, wanting to remind myself that the feeling of impossibility, writer's block, like, how am I ever gonna figure this out? This is so bad, blah, 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 is not a permanent feeling. It can be worked through just by continuing to work on the thing, even if it feels like, oh, I have no ideas. The answers come in time, and you can make good work again. Yay! Thanks for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day.